Access module number 1, session 2. Okay, session 2, we're going to learn and build off of what we just came from. We're going to open up that same database of Lakewood, and then we're going to kind of play in here by adding in new records, but then importing records from another database in there. We're going to also look at some other objects. Tables is an object, but then also how do you create a query? How do you create a form? And how do you create a report? I'm going to turn the page inside the ebook. I love these. These are our flashcards. I also have these topics, and let me make this a little bit bigger right here, inside of our Canvas Study Mates. Right? Study Mate is a great way where you can play some games to learn the terminology in there. All right. Turn the page on this one. We're going to enter in some records, right? Whoops, I'm on the wrong one. So let me flip over my table of contents. Let's scooch on down, and we are in session number 2. There we go. Sorry about that. There we are. Enlarge our image as soon as mine comes up for you. So there, right? There are all those lovely flash cards that show you where is the wizard, where is that form, where is the query. And it's all on that create menu item. All right, now I'll turn the page. There we go. So we're going to enter in some records in here, and then I'm just going to scroll down a little bit to make sure you see where I'm headed. We have 2 tables that have been created. We have the billing and we have the visit table. We're going to go inside the visit table, and yes, we are. We're going to enter all of this information in. All right, let me flip on over. Now, the secret to this, now I'm going to close this just to make sure. If you took a break, log into Canvas, go in our one-stop shop for this chapter or this module, click on the second tab over of task number 2, Learn, and then download the Lakewood file. And also you need the support AC1 Donna access file also. So we're going to open up the visit table, and to do that, we just double click and we're in. And then we start typing along. So the first one, 1495. Now, take a look at that. Access is talking back at you with a pencil. So the pencil is telling that this record is currently mine. I'm editing it. Nobody else can see it. You can have up to 255 people logged in, open the same access file at the same time. So nobody can see my changes until the pencil disappears. So I want you to watch as my pencil will disappear. And 2020, the reason, now I'm probably going to spell a bunch of things wrong, and that is okay. Because the best thing about Access, you can go and change things pretty easily. I'm at the end of this record. Watch my pencil. I'm going to hit the Tab key, and look at that. The pencil disappears because now other people can see my changes. Now, let's prove visit ID is the primary key. Cannot be null, must be unique. So I'm going to type in that same one again, and then we're just going to tab through this and see what happens. Ah, see? Lovely. It tells you that you cannot do that, and that's good database design. So let's type it in 50, patient ID. All right, now here's visit date. This is a data type. So let me try to put some letters in there, hit my tab key. Ah, see? This is why that data value is so important. So this is October 26th, 2020, influenza. Now, instead of taking my hand and clicking my mouse on the check, hit my tab key, hit the space bar. That will put the checkbox in there. 1461. Now, I'm going to keep on typing. See, but so I'm going to hold up just a second. I'm going to pause this, and when I come right back, all this will be filled out for us. All right, I'm back, and then I have one more record to enter, but I just want to make sure you keep looking at that pencil. I'm at the end of the line here, so I'm going to hit my tab. The pencil disappears, so that means it's automatically saved. All right, now this is weird. Access will automatically save your records for you. I do not have to hit save. I do have to save when I change the structure of my database, meaning to the actual fields themselves. All right, I'm going to hit my tab key, 13261, November 19, 2020. This was an annual wellness visit and a no. All right, my pencil. I'm going to click up above. Pencil disappears. Now, 1495, 1450, 1461, 1650. Now, the order I want to show you because my next step, wait till you see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to close this. What? It didn't ask me to save. Why? It automatically saves it. I'm going to open up my visit table again, and then notice how the order is now different. 1615 is way at the bottom. Why? That's the big question. Why? So tables are automatically sorted by the primary key. As you enter in new records and you close your table, you come back to it, always sorts by the primary key because the primary key is so important. Now let's change the structure. I'm going to go between reason and walk, double-headed arrow with my mouse. I'm going to scooch that over, or I could have done a double click with a double-headed arrow. That's that auto fit. Now I'll close this. That's structure. So if I want the structure to stay when I open it, I do have to hit save. And then I double click visit. Sure enough, the widths then have saved for me. All right, we're going to make a change now. So let's go find 1450, which we're currently on in here. We would like to have a new record. So we could click down at the bottom, the new record button, or you can just click where the star is. That's the new record, 1548, 13301, February 2021, hype. Oh, just making sure I'm spelling this one right. It's a no, and then one more just for fun. And this is 13268. And even if I left that primary key empty, it would stop me because it is going to be required. Okay. All right, now let's just prove this to us again. All right, I want to close it. Let's see what happens. Now I entered in 2 new records. I got a total of 11. I'm looking way down at the bottom in my record navigation. All right, I'm going to hit close, reopen. Sure enough, I have 10. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. My was clicking here, so that's why it says 11, right? We do have 10, right? Okay, and I didn't have to hit save at all, and it automatically sorted again, put those 2 records in order by the primary key. All right, now how do you move through your records? All right, I can use my tab key. I can use my shift tab to go backwards, right? I can use that row indicator. I can also use my navigation down in here. And I think I hit enter. Yep, and it flies right onto that one. Great ways that you can move through these. If I click and do control home, whoops, control home. Sorry, as I click, let me get out of there. Control home usually works. There it is. Control end. I just got to make sure I'm not trying to edit something. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and close this. We're at the spot where we're going to copy records from another file. So let me flip over here and I'm going to just scooch over to my table of contents and we are copying session 1, 2, copying records from another Access database right there. Now we entered in 10 and I got a feeling you're not going to want to sit there and enter in another 76 records. So you can actually copy and paste or use the import feature of Access to bring in other records from a different source. However, and it's a big however, the 2 tables must have the same structure. That is, the tables must contain the same fields, the same design, meaning every field name from one table to the other table still has to have the same data type, and the way that they are organized have to be in the same order. If they're not, it doesn't work. So let me cruise over to the other file. Now you could have downloaded this one. So I'm just going to fly over and open this up. It's called Support AC1 Donna. There it is. I'm going to open this baby up. I'm going to enable it. I'm looking up to my title bar. Sure enough, that tells me what file I'm in. And I'm just going to take a look at what we got. So inside of appointment, visit ID, patient ID, visit date, reason, walk-in. And down at the bottom, right, even if I hit my control END, control end, I have 76 records that we do not want to type. So we're going to import all these babies in. Now, one way to do this is with a good old copy and paste. So we want to select all these records. So if I look between that first record, let me go back up to the top. So control home. So the first record here, I'm on record 1, and visit ID, way over on that left side, there actually is a little triangle. That's a select all. So I'm going to click on it. Works the same in Excel too. I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to hit copy, or I can do a right click, copy, either way, copy. It puts it in that magical place of my clipboard. I'm going to close this. I'm still in my Lakewood, right? And then I'm going to double click my visit table. Now, you got to be kind of careful though how you do this. I want to go down to where my new record is, bring my mouse down so I get that black arrow. So it's that record indicator, click on it. So now it knows that this is where I want my new record at. And then I click paste. Oops, I have duplicates. Uh-oh. Okay. So one of my records, I mistyped somewhere in here that had the same. So if you didn't have that error, that's all right. It just means that I did mess up. So yes, do you want to? Absolutely. Oops. And then it has my paste errors in there too. Ah, look at that. Isn't Access so kind? It tells me that I screwed up. 1496 was a duplicate. And sure enough, there is 1496 right in there. Gotta love it. All right, I'm going to fix that because this one here should have been 1596. All right, I'm going to go back to my pasting errors, right? I'm going to click that select all and hit copy, go back to my visit table, right? Go way down to the bottom, click on that, and then hit paste. So now I have all the records that I want to have. I know, it's so nice when you get something that helps you, right? So my pasting error, that one, I'm going to close. And now I can delete pasting errors too because I fixed it. Okay, and now we're back. Now we copied and pasted the 76 records in here, even with my error, but that happens. You just have to figure it out. So now I'm asking you, do you have to hit save? That's the question. You just put 76 new records in here, but do you? Well, let's find out. I'm going to hit close. I'm going to open it, and they're all there. So when those pencils disappears, it automatically saves it for you, which I think really is fantastic. So again, tab, 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 right? You can do that. Shift home, shift N, shift tab. Let's go take a look, a view at the design view. So I'm going to on the home, click the design view on that. Now I'm back in what I truly call this my meat and potatoes, right? Because this is really where you have all that good stuff, right? The skeleton of your table with all of the extra trimmings, right? What's the meat, potato? These, what are the trimmings? All these things, then you can help to help the integrity. All right, that's the end of this video, and we're going to come right back with creating a simple form, simple query, and a simple report.